For centuries, they have gathered in secrecy, their meetings cloaked from the prying eyes of the world. They are men of immense influence, united by sacred oaths, cryptic symbols, and a quest for what they call light. Presidents, kings, philosophers, artists, figures who have molded our history, are all connected by one ancient and enigmatic brotherhood, the Freemasons. But what secrets are they truly guarding behind their closed doors? What knowledge have they protected for so long? Today, we pull back the curtain and venture into the shadows to uncover the truth about the world's most famous secret society. The story of the Freemasons begins not in shadowy halls of power, but amidst the clang of hammers and the dust of stone in the Middle Ages. The very first Freemasons were not philosophers or presidents. They were master stonemasons, the elite craftsmen responsible for constructing Europe's magnificent cathedrals and impenetrable castles. These men were the keepers of practical yet profound knowledge. They understood the secrets of geometry, the principles of architecture, and the power of sacred proportion. They knew how to turn raw stone into monuments that would defy time itself. But as centuries passed, their exclusive guilds began to transform. The focus shifted from the physical craft of building with stones and walls to a more abstract, intellectual pursuit: the building of character, the pursuit of knowledge, and the attainment of personal enlightenment. The tools of the stonemason became metaphors for moral and philosophical principles. As the nature of the lodges changed, so did their membership. It was no longer just craftsmen who sought entry. Kings, nobles, scientists, and freethinkers began to join their ranks, drawn by the promise of a space where they could explore ideas away from the rigid dogma of church and state. These lodges evolved into clandestine hubs of philosophy, political debate, and revolutionary thought, where secrets were forged that held the potential to reshape the world. Step into the world of a Freemason, and you enter a realm steeped in symbolism. Three symbols, above all others, are central to their identity: the square, the compass, and the all-seeing eye. To the uninitiated, they might seem like simple emblems, but for a Mason, they are profound guides for life. The square is not merely a builder's tool. It represents morality, truth, and the importance of squaring one's actions with virtue. The compass, used to draw a perfect circle, symbolizes the need to circumscribe one's desires and keep passions within due bounds, striving for balance and self-control. And then there is the most mysterious and debated symbol of all: the all-seeing eye, often depicted within a triangle. This represents the great architect of the universe, a non-denominational concept of a supreme being who observes all of our thoughts and actions. It's a constant reminder that one's deeds are never truly hidden, that there is a divine or universal knowledge that sees what others cannot. This symbol whispers of a higher truth, a gnosis that Freemasons seek. These symbols are not confined to Masonic temples. Look closely, and you'll find them hidden in plain sight on government buildings, national monuments, and even on currency. They are quiet, but constant reminders of a hidden influence, a power that has subtly woven itself into the very fabric of our society. Throughout modern history, where there has been power, there have often been Freemasons. Their influence is not just a matter of conspiracy theory, it is a documented historical fact. The list of prominent Masons reads like a who's who of world shapers. George Washington, the first President of the United States, was a master Mason who laid the cornerstone of the U.S. Capitol in a full Masonic ceremony. Benjamin Franklin, a founding father, diplomat, and inventor, was a Grand Master of the Lodge in Pennsylvania. Across the Atlantic, figures like Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister who guided Britain through its darkest hour, and the writer Rudyard Kipling were also brothers of the craft. These men, and countless others, were bound by the same oaths and shared the same secret rituals. This has led many to question the extent of their influence. Did their allegiance to the Brotherhood ever supersede their duty to their country? Some believe the Masons have operated as a hidden hand, steering political events, influencing economic policies, and shaping global institutions from behind the scenes. Others argue a more benign interpretation, that Freemasonry simply provided these leaders with a moral framework and a network of like-minded individuals dedicated to building a better world. The truth, as is often the case, may be far more complex than either side suggests. This brings us to the most controversial question. What is the Freemasons' ultimate goal? For their critics, the answer is simple and sinister: a new world order. This theory posits that the Freemasons are the architects of a long-term plan to establish a single unified global government, which they would control from the shadows. Proponents of this idea point to Masonic symbolism on currency and the international influence of its members as evidence of a hidden agenda to erode national sovereignty and consolidate power. They see the Brotherhood not as a force for enlightenment, but as a conspiracy against the freedom of mankind. However, if you ask a Freemason, you will get a very different story. They will tell you that their organization's purpose is to make good men better. They insist their work is focused on self-improvement, charity, and the pursuit of light, a metaphor for knowledge, truth, and spiritual understanding. They argue that the secrecy is not to hide a nefarious plot, but to protect their traditions and allow men to explore their personal beliefs freely without external judgment. So, which is it? Are they humanitarians dedicated to moral uplift? Or are they master manipulators orchestrating world events? Perhaps the two are not mutually exclusive. Could it be that the pursuit of enlightenment and the desire for control are two sides of the same ancient coin? Today, Masonic lodges continue to operate in nearly every country on Earth, with millions of members worldwide. While they are more open than ever before, their core rituals and the true meaning of their deepest secrets remain protected. Their symbols, from the square and compass to the all-seeing eye, remain as potent and enigmatic as ever. Perceptions of the Freemasons are still sharply divided. To some, they are a benevolent fraternity, a global network of men dedicated to charity, community, and personal growth. To others, they are the shadowy architects of a secret empire, a cabal that has quietly molded our world to fit its own design. Perhaps the ultimate truth about the Freemasons lies somewhere in that vast space between the light and the shadows. They may not secretly rule the world in the way that sensational stories suggest, but it is undeniable that they have shaped it. Through their members, their ideals, and their quiet influence, the Freemasons have left an indelible mark on our governments, our culture, and our history. A mark far deeper and more significant than most people would ever dare to admit. The builders of secrets continue their work, and we are all living in the world they helped construct. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the world of the Freemasons. If you found this exploration fascinating, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Don't forget to hit the notification